Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Julian, and this is my new sweet CD. Just tell you some things that are coming up on the show. I've got a few more CDs to show. I've got an album, a vinyl album. I've had it in my possession for about a week, and I've not shown it on the channel. The reason I don't show them on the channel, I've noticed. I like to show them. I like to show them because, when I die, I don't know where the CDs are going to go. I don't know where my records are going to go. I'm just going to die and fade away. So if I don't show them on YouTube, at least when I show them on YouTube, people have watched the video and they've seen them. And I get a pleasure of people seeing them. So if I die, so what? There's a video of it. There's a video of it being made. I probably will leave a note where I live to say sell my records for my funeral, because I'm building up quite a nice sweet collection, and this is one of them. Isn't it a fantastic CD, this? I've noticed when I've been doing the show, when I've shown CDs and records, picture sleeve singles, because I love singles, absolutely adore singles. And if you're going to buy a single, it's always nice to have the picture sleeves to go along with it. It really is. They're the best for me. I don't like picture vinyl, picture of the band on the vinyl itself. I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not a big fan of collecting pictures of bands on vinyl, even T-Rex and the Sweet. But I do like the picture sleeves. I'm just a big fan of plain black vinyl, the old-fashioned way. I'm not really into whether the vinyl is yellow or orange or purple. I couldn't care less about that. Black vinyl will do for me any day of the week. Now, I've shown some albums before by The Sweet, and I've noticed I've also shown some albums by T-Rex as well. I've noticed that a couple of people have got jealous, saying, "Oh, you have a good record collection, and that's nice," and then they don't come on the show. They don't come on the show anymore because they're jealous. Look, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to buy the record for you? Anybody can buy records. The best place to start is to look online, to go to a record fair, to go to a good record shop. There's a good record shop in Berlin. It's called Fun Records. That guy has loads of sweet CDs. Fun Records. And hey, I'm not even living in Germany, and I'm telling you where the records are. It's called Fun Records, and it's in Berlin. And that guy has so many albums by T-Rex and Sweet. It's unbelievable. Every time I see him online, it's always Fun Records. That guy has a lot, and he has a big warehouse. So if you want to go and buy a Sweet CD, go and buy one off him. You don't expect me to go and buy one for you. Go and buy one off him. Now listen. There's a 16-year-old boy copying me with long hair, right? Do you know what he said? He said, "This is why I like the Sweet." He made a video, "This is why I like the Sweet." Do you know what he said in that video? He said, "The Sweet are not the best band in the world." He said, "I like Queen, but the Sweet are not the best band in the world." Get out of here, copycat. You're just a copycat. He's just a copycat, that guy. He's just copying me. And there he is. It's evidence. He said the Sweet are not the best band in the world. They're not the best band in the world because you're not a Sweet fan. Okay? You're just a copycat, an opportunist. You're just copying me. You're just an opportunist. The Sweet are not the best band in the world. Well, what are you making Sweet videos for? You're only making Sweet videos because you see me doing it and you think, oh, that's cool. Of course it's cool because this is the coolest station on YouTube. It's definitely cool. Yeah, it's cool. And you're just copying. Okay, it's definitely cool, man. And he's just copying, and there he says on a video that the Sweet are not the best band in the world. To me, they're number one. The Sweet are the number one band. To me, the Sweet are number one. They are the best band in the world. To me, the Sweet are the best band in the world. You're dropping videos of the Sweet and you say they're not the best band in the world. Oh, dear. And then people go over there and watch a video of someone that says they're not the best band in the world. Well, you know what? I wouldn't even bother. If someone, you need to, I'd rather watch someone, right, who loves the Sweet, who's got enthusiasm for the Sweet, like me. I got enthusiasm for the Sweet. You know what? I was there in the 70s. My first record that I brought, my mum brought it for me, was Little Willie in 1972. I heard Coco and Funny Funny and I was addicted immediately. I heard them on the radio in 1971, but I didn't have no money. But I begged my mum in the supermarket one day and she brought Little Willie for me. And then she gave me some more money and I brought Coco and Funny Funny. And then I brought Hot Love and Get It On by T-Rex. Now, let me tell you about another guy. Do you know, there's this other guy on YouTube. He's also copies me as well. Do you know what he did? Right, he did a top 100 right bands. He did a video of top 100 bands. I mean, I wouldn't even bother making a video like that. I mean, because you just throw any band in to make up the numbers. You've got to do a top 100. You've got to do 100 bands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You'd just be chucking any band in. You know, it's not really a good video. I don't see that as a good video because you'd just be scraping the barrel and chucking every band in. He said that he was there in the 70s. But he's not the same age as me because in 1972, I was 10. In 1972, he was 5. And he reckons that he was there. When I was 5 years old, I didn't even know what was going on. I was still in my pram. I was still in my pram, man. Or I was just getting out of my pram. But he said he was there in 1971 with Get It On and Hot Love. Well, he would have been 4 years old in 1971. And I'd have been 9 years old. At least I knew what was going on in 1971. I knew what was going on in 1971. I was 9. And then in 1972, I was 10. I definitely knew what was going on. I loved the charts. I even listened to the charts in 71. I listened to Chirpa Chirpa Cheep Cheep. Middle of the Road was one of my favorite records. And 'Cause I Love You by Slade. And Come On Feel the Noise. 'Cause I Love You and Look What You Done by Slade. And Coco and Funny Funny. I love them. And Alexandra Graham Bell. You know, I love them early Sweet hits. But my first purchase was Little Willie in 72. And then my mum and dad brought me a load of glam rock singles for my birthday, which included I Didn't Know I Loved You Till I Saw You Rock and Roll by Gary Glitter, Rock and Roll Part 1 and 2, Gary Glitter. Then Coco was there and Funny Funny was there and Alexandra Graham Bell was there and Get It On was there and Hot Love was there, all for my birthday. My mum and dad brought me a package of about 15 singles. What a birthday that was. But this is the new Sweet single. But let me tell you about that guy. So I've told you about the other one who says the Sweet are not even the best band in the world. You know, they're not the best band in the world. That's what he says, and he's making Sweet videos. They're not the best band in the world, okay? Right, I get it. Yeah, I get it. But this other guy, right, he says, I love glam rock. I was there. And he does a top 100 of bands of all time. And he said he loves Mark Bolan, he loves Slade, all right? So in that top 100, guess where he put the Sweet? Shall I tell you where he put the Sweet? He put the Sweet at number 38. And he put T-Rex about number 39. and Slade at 41. Well, let me tell you something, Sunshine. If I'd done a top 100, I wouldn't even attempt to do a top 100 because I think it's a stupid video. But if someone said, Julian, do a top 20, I think that's more realistic. I could do a top 20. Sweet are not number 38 for me, Sunshine. You know where Sweet are? They're number 1. They're number 1. I would have Sweet at number 1 with T-Rex. Joint number 1. I've always loved T-Rex and Sweet. I could never split them. You know, I love the Sweet as a group. They're my favorite group. I love their energy. I love glam rock, you know. And I love it when they changed a bit more heavier on the Sweet Fanny Adams and Give Us a Wink album. I love that heavy, you know, Live for Today and Los Angels. The second part of Sweet is like a different band, you know, it's still maintaining the Sweet. Love Is Like Oxygen just about sums the band up, really. It really does sum the band up. So he had Sweet at number 38. And he had all these other bands in front of Sweet, like Genesis and Marillion and Uriah Heep. I would never put them bands in front of the Sweet. I would never have bands like that in front of the Sweet. Sweet would be, if I had done a top 20, I would never attempt to do a top 100 because you're just chucking any old band in. But if I was to ask to do a top 20, number 1 would be Sweet with T-Rex, joint number 1. And in third place, second place would be Slade. And then and then behind them would probably be, well, definitely, this is what it would be. It'd be number 1, Sweet, with T-Rex, at number 1, joint number 1, because I love both of them. I love Mark Bolan to death, and I love Brian Connolly. I love Mick Tucker. They're number 1 for me, the best band in the world. The Sweet are the best band in the world, and T-Rex are the best band in the world for me. I've got the most stuff by the Sweet in my collection, and the most stuff by T-Rex in my collection. So I've got T-Rex and I've got Sweet as the most stuff in my collection. Okay, because they're my bands, them two. All right, I love both of them. Some people like Sweet and then they like Queen. Okay, you always have to have a second band. My second band is T-Rex. It's Sweet, T-Rex, Slade, David Bowie. That's it, my top 4. That's my top 4, okay? I'd have to think very hard, and the Beatles would be in the top 10. The Beatles, because I love the creativity of the Beatles. But then I would have Queen in there, and then I'd put glam rock bands like Mud. And even Gary Glitter would be in my top 20. Mud, Suzi Quatro, Hello, Rubettes. I'd have all them in my top 20. I'm a glam rock fan. I don't care for bands like Genesis and Marillion and all them boring bands, you know. I like Sweet. I like a few Genesis. They're not bad, but Marillion, they're not bad either. I like some of the singles. Lavender. I love Lavender. That's a good song. But then there's Lavender and Kaylee. I love that one. But them and Genesis, Genesis are not too bad. They've done some good stuff. Follow You, Follow Me, I quite like. In My Wardrobe, I like that one. I like a few others of theirs. But there's no way that them bands are ahead of the Sweet. No way. My list would be Sweet, bang, number 1. Second, T-Rex. Third, well, I got to have Sweet and T-Rex the same at number 1. Third, Slade. Fourth, David Bowie, no problem. And then Queen after that. And then it could be Sparks. It could be Mud. It could be Shawadi Waddy. It could be Kenny. It could be the Rubettes. You know, it could be Hello. The Glitter Band. Gary Glitter. Suzi Quatro. It'd be just to fill... The 20 places would be filled with glam rock. And then there would be the Beatles and the Stones in that list as well. That's it. That would be in my top 20. And then outside the 20, probably be Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin. But they would be outside the top 20. I've got to say that. Because the glam rock bands would fill the first 20 places. The bands I've already said, you know, even David Cassidy and the Osmonds would be ahead of Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin in my book. But the Sweet would be number one. Okay. But one thing is for sure, you can't make videos on the Sweet if you don't think, you know, that he said they're not even the best band in the world. And you make videos of them. Let's get to this CD. What do you think of this CD, guys? So look, if you want to buy a Sweet video CD, you can go and buy one. You can get them in record fairs. You can get them in charity shops. You can get them at markets. You can get them in good record shops. You can get them online. You know, you can go and get them. You don't need to be jealous of me showing CDs. If you want a CD, go and buy one. What do you want me to do? Buy one for you? Do you want me to go and buy one for you? It seems like when I show a CD, people go jealous. Well, if you want a CD, go and buy one. As I said, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to go and buy one for you? So here it is. What do you think of this? It's a nice cover, isn't it? Really nice cover. Okay, getting back to this CD. It's pretty nice, isn't it? Nice CD. And there we go. So this is a 2 CD set, and it's got 30 rare live and studio recordings from the Kings of Glam. Come on, guys. I want you to be loyal to my channel and not drift over to channels where people are not really Sweet fans. This long-haired 16-year-old boy is not a Sweet fan. He said they're not the best band in the world. So, you know, they're not the best band in the world. So what are you doing? If they're not the best band in the world, what are you doing supporting him? Because he doesn't even think they're the best band in the world. So what are you doing supporting him? He doesn't even think the Sweet are the best band in the world. You know, I think the Sweet are the best band in the world. Come and support a guy that lived in the 70s. A 16-year-old boy wasn't even born. 40 years after the Sweet, and you even have the cheek to say they're not the best band in the world. So this is a good CD, isn't it? And then it's a tremendous booklet. Look at the booklet. It's amazing. Amazing CD, this. Look. There's Brian reading the fan mail. And it talks about the band when they were called Sweet Shop. And they were on Fontana Records. If you get any of those early singles on Fontana Records, like Get On The Line and All You'll Never Get From Me, they went to Parlophone. But you can get Slow Motion on Fontana Records. Slow Motion, if you get that, you got a really a collector's item there. But then they switched to Parlophone. If you get these records on Parlophone, I've seen them. They're actually on green Parlophone. Get Online and All You'll Ever Get From Me on green Parlophone. There's Brian reading the fan mail there. So it's got a tremendous booklet, and it goes through 1972. It talks about 1972. Then it talks about the 16s, Teenage Rampage. And they recorded Fox on the Run in 74 when they were doing 16's Teenage Rampage and Fox on the Run, but they didn't bring Fox on the Run out until 75. So a really good booklet. Really fantastic booklet. Yeah, really fantastic stuff. And I'll just show you the track listing here. Look. Here's the track listing. Okay, this is my new CD. Attractive, very attractive, isn't it? And it's got 30 tracks on it. Sweet FA, Fox on the Run, Set Me Free. What a song that Set Me Free is. The 16s, Keep It In, Burn on the Flame, Yesterday's Rain, The Borum Blitz. The Sweet are the best band in the world for me. Number one. The best band in the world. Can you get a better guitar player than Andy Scott? Can you get a better bass player than Steve Priest? Can you get a better vocalist than Brian Conley? Can you get a better drummer than Mick Tucker? No way, the best band in the world. And I like the Four. And I don't like this new suite with Andy, with these other guys. That's not the suite. The suite is Brian Conley, Steve Priest, Andy Scott, and Mick Tucker. That's the suite. The ones that brought us Blockbuster and Teenage Rampage. This is the #1 band. I'm out of here.